Hey, what's up guys, Pooky here with the gameplay commentary for you guys today. Today I'm going to be addressing the changes to the shortstop that we just saw in the last update. But before that, I'm going to talk about a brief history of this weapon for those who are newer to the game and don't remember when it was added. So it came out in the Man Economy update back in 2010, and back then it was a very different weapon. The reload speed was twice as fast as it is now. It was insane. Just a straight upgrade from the scattergun, which probably sounds hard to believe from people newer to the game who have never seen this weapon good. I remember back when little Lukey Pooky crafted his force of nature into this thing, and I used it all the time. Everyone did who played Scout. It was so freaking amazing, and if you used it with the other items in the set, it gave you plus 25 max health, so you had 150 health as a Scout. It was just insane. But then, in an undocumented patch, they just completely obliterated and destroyed the weapon to be terrible. They made the reload speed half as fast and didn't change anything else. In more recent history, they decided to give it a knockback penalty that made it so it blasts your ass around when you're hit by stuff, and they also gave you a healing bonus. Now, let's see what they did to it this time around. So they added an alt fire attack that shoves people, removed the healing bonus, and reduced pushback vulnerability to 20%. So, is it finally, once again, good? I think I'm going to say not quite yet. The shove back with it is kind of random, because, the force of nature already pushes people back much more than the shove with this weapon does. So, I really don't see the point in that. I guess its intent is to push people off of points and stuff, or just push someone off a cliff, but there's very rarely a situation where that is useful, and the force of nature can do it better. But it's nice to see that Valve put in the effort and actually made the new animations and even the new voice work for this mechanic, but it's just not really that useful. I think it's honestly just kind of a waste. So instead of comparing it to its old self for a second, let's just compare it to what matters right now: the stock scattergun and the alternatives. So the thing fires off 4 pellets, each doing a base 12 damage. This makes your shots range from 6 to 72 damage, depending on the range. The attack interval is 0.36 seconds. This weapon's huge downside is the long reload time. It takes 1.52 seconds to reload the entire clip at once. The scattergun, on the other hand, fires off 10 pellets, doing 6 damage each at base distance. The attack interval is twice as long, and you reload each pellet individually. The first one takes 0.76 seconds, and then each of the next ones take 0.56 seconds. The scattergun does 3 to 105 damage. So in comparison to the shortstop, the scattergun is less accurate at longer distances due to more pellets in each shot. So the shortstop does less damage point blank, but it does more medium to long distance. This plus the twice as fast firing speed can put out some decent damage if you land all of your shots on your opponent, but the reload is very long and reloads the whole clip at once. So it can be very unforgiving if you miss one of your shots and the opponent is left with a little bit of health. It gives them time to kill you. The reload is slightly faster than the force of natures, but it is longer than the soda poppers. So I'd say this weapon is very unforgiving because missing one of your shots can cost you your life, while the scattergun, that is not the case. I say that this weapon has to have its reload speed changed. I think they should just remove the dumb gimmicks and just make it reload about 25% faster. It doesn't have to be as fast as before when it was OP, but it's just way too slow right now. It's very unforgiving and just not fun to use. So I think the best way to use this weapon right now is to use it with the Criticola or the Mad Milk, as I am in this video. It does massive mini crit damage because of the pellets, so feel free to mess around with the Criticola. You might have a lot of fun. But I'd say this weapon is just a straight downgrade from the scattergun right now. This is really sad for me because this used to be my favorite weapon in the game before it was nerfed. Hopefully Valve can make something work. This push mechanic just isn't what it needs. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stick around for more if you enjoyed. I upload videos like this daily. Have a great rest of your day, and peace out.
The gun.